ahead.
Just want to ask you about the comfort you guys seem to have offensively tonight, just figuring out the next right play and getting so many good looks. I think you and Lou, 8 combined threes made, just playing off of each other.
Yeah, I mean, we got a versatile group, and they threw a lot of different looks at us. They started cross-matching, they started blitzing on balls and doing different things, and I thought we adjusted really well, through the flow of the game, and, we got good looks. I thought we shot the ball pretty well tonight, 47% from 3. It's a tough team to play against, and as I said, they threw a lot of different looks at us, but we've got a lot of weapons on the floor at all times, so guys made the right play, the extra pass. We got a lot of good looks, and you double down on them, and you win games like you do tonight.
You lose one of your key players in the first quarter of this game. Kaysen comes in, it's one of those unexpected things that happens in a playoff game. How much do you like just the way that it's been like business as usual and being able to just play?
Yeah, I mean, that's a sign of a really good team. When one of your main guys goes down and you bring in Kaysen and it feels the same. He plays the role. No one tries to, be all the guys. Guys come in, do their thing, and we've got a really, deep squad. You look all down the bench, and everyone that touches the floor has an impact. So, it's kind of that next man up mentality. He went down, the first 15 seconds of the game, and Kaysen came right in and looked right at home. So, obviously you never want to see anyone go down, but I think it's a real luxury to have guys who can come in off the bench straight away and have a real impact, from the jump.
What's your perspective on, after how close the first game was, winning the next 2 games by more than 20 points?
I mean, the first game, for a lot of us, I don't want to use a, inexperienced excuse, but none of us had really been in that environment before, so I think that might have had something to do with it. But, credit to them. They're a tough team. They're a talented team. And I thought that first game, we were rusty. We didn't shoot the ball particularly well. Our offense was a bit stagnant, and we spoke about those things, after the game. But we made adjustments going into game 2. We made adjustments going into tonight, and we were able to, execute those pretty well in the way we wanted to, and but as I said, they're a good team. They're going to come back. They're probably going to go back to the drawing board tomorrow, make changes, make adjustments going into Game 4. So, we'll be ready for it. We'll do the same thing, but you can't take your foot off the gas no matter what the lead is in the series.
Yeah, Josh, through 3 games, points in the paint hasn't been what you guys normally get, but offense for the second last 2 games, you guys going. What do you think about the way that you guys are still able to get your offense going when they try and take your bread and butter?
Yeah, I mean, we drive the ball a lot. It's not really a secret. Everyone, does the scout and knows how we play the game. And I think in Game 1 they took that away, and we got stagnant with the ball. There's a lot of one-on-one, no possession, no pass possessions, which kind of falls right into their hands. So I think once we started moving the ball, getting off it, we started getting great looks, and that's when the lanes start to open up a bit more. And they're a really good defensive team. They don't have elite rim protectors, but their wings are really good defenders. They shrink the floor, make it tough to play in, make you play in a crowd. So just once you start moving the ball and getting their defenders moving around, those things become easy. But you give credit to the Pels that they've had a great defensive game plan, and I think we've found ways to extract it and get different things out of it.
And what do you think about the Thunder fans here tonight, the OKC chance of us going Thunder?
I mean, it was great. Anytime you have fans on the road is great, but for a playoff game like tonight, it was just awesome to see so many of them, and they're all pretty close together, which made things even better right behind the bench. So just to have the fans travel, with us, fans that come from wherever they do, means the world to us, and we look forward to getting back in front of our home fans and playing in front of them.
Josh, obviously you saw this during the season too, but when the other team puts their center on you, how does that change your approach offensively?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's different, and as teams are throwing different looks at us all year. And as I said earlier, I used to hate it. I used to probably look at it in the wrong way, but now trying to look at it more as a positive thing, finding ways to get teams out of it, finding ways to exploit it, and whether that's me being a screener, spacing, whatever it is, just trying to make life easy for the other guys that are out on the floor. And I think tonight, once they tried to do Valanciunas for a few minutes, but it's just hard. Once we start getting up and down, it's hard for them to get matched, and they're going to find themselves getting cross-matched either way. So you just make an emphasis of running bigs if they're going to guard me, making them them change ends of the floor quickly, putting them in action, not just standing in one spot so they can, be stagnant. So, I've found different ways to attack it over the course of the year as I've seen more of it. But I think it's more of a credit to the team we have and the weapons we've got. Teams are throwing their best looks and looks they probably haven't practiced a lot at us, and we're finding ways to get around it and get teams to throw their best shot at us.
Was that how you guys were able to kind of play Valanciunas off the floor there? I don't think you played at all in the second half.
Yeah, I mean, it's, he's obviously a talented player, but there's just certain teams and certain matchups that are better for them, for us. And, it's a tough job for a big like that to guard Chet, who's a pick-and-pop guy that can space the floor, put it on the deck. And they went to Nance a lot in that second half. They went small and put other guys on him. So, they're going to throw different things at us, try different things. And, we'll make our adjustments, they'll make theirs. And, it's kind of like a chess game in the playoff series where each team goes back and forth and doing different things. And, they kept him off the floor in the second half. And, we were still able to, I think, handle business the right way. But that's not to say they'll try something different, on Monday night.
And Josh, this team has always been a good defensive team, like throughout the entire year. But there was a period in the game where, like, everyone was playing with the force that Lou plays with. Can you kind of just talk about how his defensive strategies kind of resonated with the rest of the team?
I mean, it's contagious. When you see a guy like that, fighting through screens, contesting shots, doing things like that, other guys want to do it as well. And he sets the tone on that end of the floor. He gets the toss with the main guy assignment every night, and he does it to perfection. It's not every night. It's not going to be perfect. Some guys are going to put 40 points on you. That's just the nature of the NBA and there's talented players. But he makes life hard for guys. He makes guys and take tough shots. And when you see a guy like that doing that, it kind of rallies everybody along to want to be locked in on that end of the floor. And when we start getting stops, get out and run, we look great as a team. And but a lot of the defensive stuff stems from Lou.
Last one for Josh. Go ahead.
Michael Morgan, Let's Talk Thunder. Josh, you guys are up 3-0. How do you sort of, you hear playoff veterans and coaches talk about closeout games are the hardest ones to go through. So going into game 4, hostile environment on the road, what do you think it's going to take for you guys to come out?
Yeah, I mean, the same thing. Neither team looks at this series as over. They're obviously, as I said, they're going to make changes. They're going to do everything they can to win the game, and so are we. And I think it's just important to not take your foot off the gas.